Hello, and welcome to the Dermatologist Next Door. I'm Dr. Alison Rhein. Today, we're going to talk about a topic I take very seriously, and that is how I pack and prep for the beach. Have you ever wondered, do dermatologists even like going to the beach, and if so, how do they prepare? Admittedly, it's very likely a question you've actually never thought about, but that's okay. We'll talk about it anyway. Personally, I love the beach. It's pretty much my ideal vacation. Swimming, fresh air, long walks, and of course, resting and relaxing in the shade. I always tell people the goal is to come back looking like you've never been on vacation. That means no tan and definitely no burn. None of those horrendous, uneven scorchings that leave awful post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation that lingers an absurdly long time. And it always looks so bad in photos. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, let's start at the beginning, picking a place. Let's say I'm going to plan a trip to Emerald Isle. It's in North Carolina and it happens to be one of my most favorite beaches. I've been going there since I was a kid, and it has never lost its magic. It's easily one of the most pristine and stunning beaches you'll ever see. Now, here's a fun fact about Emerald Isle. I don't know if you've ever heard of the author David Sedaris. Here's a classic. He's one of my absolute favorite writers. I've read all of his books and gotten most of them signed by him as well. He grew up in North Carolina, so he's also been visiting Emerald Isle since childhood, and he writes about it a lot. Now he even owns a house here, which I think is very cool. So every time I come, I'm just hoping to run into him at the Dairy Queen. It might have even happened once. And David Sedaris does have a bit in one of his books about his visit to the dermatologist. If any of you have read his stuff, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into the story here, but maybe one day we can dig into it more. If I ever get a podcast going, I am definitely going to invite him on. I don't know if he'll come, but we can hope. So back to choosing a place. When we're planning a trip here, we start by looking at the realty websites. I'll usually go on to Emerald Isle Realty or Blue Water Realty. I start scrolling through the options. Now, I am not a fancy person. I do not need a big fancy house. Bronze level furnishings are totally fine with me. I just don't care about that. But what I do care about, what is non-negotiable, is a covered porch. That is absolutely essential. No covered porch, I don't care how well priced the place is or how close it is to the ocean, that place is off my list. Covered porches are a must so you can sit in the shade, to eat, read, enjoy the ocean breezes, have a drink, and give your skin a respite from the elements. Plus, you're probably going to get at least one evening thunderstorm, and it's a really great place to sit and watch it. I hope it goes without saying that you'll also need a beach umbrella. You'll need the same opportunity to take a break from the intense rays of the sun while you're down by the water. I don't have one of those huge, elaborate sun tents, mostly because I'm a little bit lazy. I think it's a pain to put it together and take it down each day, and here you're not allowed to leave it out overnight. Plus, it takes up too much space in the car. However, if you can swing it, or if you can stay with someone else who wants to bring it and put it up, put it together, take it back down, by all means, go for it, and then I'd actually be a little jealous. Next, of course, you need a good pair of sunglasses that have UV filters in them. We don't want any retinal burns, and this is my very cool pair I got when we lived in Switzerland. I love everything red. And now here I am in what I like to refer to as my witness protection outfit. You just add the COVID mask and literally no one can recognize you. So obviously you're gonna need a hat. I like white so it doesn't absorb too much heat from the sun. I like a broad brim, and I also really like a chin strap. I don't know how people otherwise keep their hats from blowing away. So there's a lot of them to choose from. This one is by Coolibar. It's made with sun protective fabric. That's really important since the scalp can get easily burned. Bald guys, be careful. And keep in mind that straw hats, while they might be cute, are gonna let the sun through all those little holes, so it's really not perfect protection. Baseball hats are okay, but they don't cover your ears or the back of your neck, so those areas are gonna be at high risk for burn. I can't even tell you how many people develop skin cancers in this little area behind the earlobes, so don't forget about that. Next up, this is a favorite item of mine and a must-have, rash guards. So many pluses. Sun protective fabric, they're quick dry like a bathing suit, broad skin protection, less sunscreen to apply. They can even cover little unwanted areas like a stomach pooch, and they're adorable. I don't know why we are not all wearing them. So here's one of mine. My only complaint about some of them is that they're often not made with a liner, so you have to wear it over your bathing suit, which is a little annoying. I have several that do have a built-in bra inside. Why aren't they all made like that? It's beyond me. And this is so sad. One of my favorite brands went out of business. It was called Girls for Sport. I wish they would come back. They had the greatest selection of styles.